And when you report capital gains tax over your annual allowance, which is currently £12,300 a year, depends on what you made the gain on. There are different ways to report and pay capital gains tax due on UK residential property sold since the 6th of April 2020 from and any other gains that you've made. To report any capital gains, you'll need key information. Calculations for each capital gain or loss that you're wanting to report, details of how much you bought and sold the asset for, the dates when you took ownership and disposed of the asset, and any other relevant details such as the cost of disposing of the asset and any tax reliefs you're entitled to. In this video, I'm focusing on the process for reporting capital gains on UK residential property sold since the 6th of April 2020. Remember that you don't normally have to pay capital gains when you sell your main home. What I'm talking about here is about the disposal of buy-to-let properties, land, or maybe inherited property. The reporting date deadlines are key. You must report and pay any capital gains tax due on the sale of a UK property within 60 days of selling it, if the completion date was on or after the 27th of October 2021. So how do you report a gain? Well, you'll need a capital gains tax on UK property account with the HMRC to be able to report this gain. And you can set this up on the gov.uk website. And I'll put a link to that in the description below so you go to the right place. If you're a resident or representing a trust, you can use this service to report the disposal of UK residential property or land made from the 6th of April 2020. You can also use it to pay any tax you might owe for that disposal and view and change your previous returns. If you're a non-resident, you must use this service to report sales or disposals from the 6th of April 2020 of residential UK property or land and non-residential UK property or land. Mixed-use UK property or land right to assets that derive at least 75% of their value from UK land, also known as indirect disposals. You can also use this service to pay any tax you might owe for your disposals and view and change your previous returns. If you're a non-resident, you must report all sales of disposals of UK property, even if you have no tax to pay or have made a loss. To get started with the online reporting service, you'll need a government gateway, user ID and password. If you complete a self-assessment tax return, you may be familiar with using the government gateway, but you need to create a different account for reporting capital gains on residential property. Again, there's a link below to help you get started. If you're representing a trust that sold residential property, the trust must be registered and you'll need to use the trust's self-assessment unique taxpayer registration number to log in and report the gain. If you're the personal representative of someone who's died and you're settling their affairs, or you're acting as a power of attorney for somebody else, you can use the online reporting system, but need to create your own capital gains tax on UK property account first. Then you can select that you're completing the return for someone else and provide their details. You also must provide evidence that you have the authority to act on their behalf, like a power of attorney, for example. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I'm Justin King. I'm a chartered and certified financial planner, and my aim is to help people live successful lives. In my experience, that often involves understanding your money. I also host a podcast called the Retirement Cafe podcast you might like to tune into. Check out the description below or sign up for my weekly newsletter, which is packed with inspiration and tips for a successful retirement. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.